Hey, welcome to my class. This is Mrs. Holzhauser. I just want to go over a few things with you about policies before we do our welcome call with you and a parent. So maybe this video will kind of speed things up. I'm just holding my camera on my computer, so just bear with me. This is just a kind of a quick way to get you information. So I've been doing this for a long time. I've taught all kinds of different science courses. I've been with Marian Virtual since the year it started, so I'm been around, but I love it. I'm full-time now and I work from home, and it's fabulous, so I really like it. All right, so enough about me. So the most important policy is once we do a welcome call and I activate you, then you're going to be on a grace period for 28 days. At the end of that grace period, you need to actually be at 20% or you will be withdrawn. You should actually be above that, but if you can't make it to 20%, you will be withdrawn. So it's important that if you don't understand something, that you ask for help and that you go through the lessons, make sure you understand everything carefully and that you are moving forward. So make that a priority. It's really important for that first month. Then also I want to make sure you understand that you are expected to log in and work every day. We have a way to be able to see when you're logging in and what work you're turning in and how much time you're spending. And so if it looks as though you're really not taking this course seriously, you will not be allowed to stay in the course. We do have a waiting list typically of getting in the courses, so we do have a way to kind of weed out students that are not really working that hard. And so the other thing is that we are required to do monthly calls. With students, we'll do that during a DBA, and with parents, we'll do that through like an email. And so you'll get a text or contact from me, and but that's something to keep in mind as well. All right, to contact me, go to my welcome page. You'll kind of see here some different places where you're going to see where my phone number is. This is my summer school page. We're not in summer school anymore, but there's a contact right here, and then it tells the times that I'm available. There's also a place here, I'll show you in a minute, where you can click on my calendar and you can make an appointment, that way. My calendar looks about like this. You just click on the green rectangle, put in the information, and then I'll call you. And then if there are no times available, just text me or email me, let me know, or call me, and I'll work you in. I don't want you to wait more than a day, to make a contact with me if you need a DBA. If you haven't done these courses before, make sure that you find the pace chart that is appropriate for your class. It's going to tell you basically, what needs to be done each week, which assignments, how many points it's worth, how long it's probably going to take you. And so if you just follow that, that's going to be real helpful. You can always work ahead. You can work at a faster pace, but we don't want you to work at a slower pace. So keep that in mind. To get started, you are going to go, and I'll show you this in a minute too, to an icon at the top left. And you'll see that, to the top left of the, in that black area, you'll find a place to get to your lessons, and I'll give you a little demo in a minute. There's some startup videos that I recommend that you watch. Definitely watch the academic integrity one. That is the #1 problem that we have with students. They think they can just look up all the answers and paste them in, and they can't. There's a policy that says you must turn in your own work. We filter all of your assignments through Turnitin.com to check for originality. So you are expected to do your own work. You're not allowed to cut and paste answers or use anyone else's work. So definitely look at the policies for that. And then once you get into lessons, you'll see where you'll be able to get into the module that you're going to start with. Most of you are starting with segment 1, and so there's usually like 3 to 4 modules in each segment, depending on what class you're in. And then you do want to work in order. Do not skip around. If it gets out of hand, I'll just go in and delete all the assignments that you turned in out of order. I hate to do that, but it doesn't work. It just doesn't work when you try to skip around like that. There are collaboration assignments. Skip them for now and we'll get back with you. Sometimes we have live lessons. Sometimes there's some options that we have. So right now you do not need to worry about doing the collaboration assignment. At the end of the module, you'll do a discussion-based assessment with me on the phone. You must pass them, and once you do, you'll get a password from me. My expectation is that you can answer the questions quickly, even though you're referencing your notes. You don't have to take a long time to look up information, and that you can have a conversation about it. It's pretty obvious when you don't know the material, and I do not pass students who don't know the material. It kind of defeats the whole idea. Definitely set up your area with a notebook, your pace chart. Take good notes because all of your tests are open note tests, so that works out really good if you have good notes. And then make sure you include the questions as well as the answers. That's really helpful as well. Make sure you find the grade book. So I'll show you where it is in a minute, but it looks kind of like this, where you can get to all of your assignments that you have completed. And that way, if you need to redo an assignment, that's where you're going to go and do. Also, there is a free copy of Microsoft Office you can download. So everything that you turn in should be like in Word, some type of Word document. If you have any technical difficulties, then there's a helpline you can call. Every day of the year they're open. They're very good too. And so that works out pretty well. And then we're not quite done, but when we are done, make sure you get with me for the part 2 of the welcome call, and I need to speak with you and a parent, and then we'll go over the policies. It won't take but a minute because you've listened to this video, and then I can activate you at that time. Also, you need this code 21458, and that way I know you actually listened to the video. And then you'll see throughout, there's a way to get to my scheduler. But I'm just going to show you an example of what it looks like when you're in the course. So let's just see if I can pop in here. Okay, so this is like a typical student, this is a welcome page type setup. And then, but this is what I want to draw your attention to. Most all your activities are going to happen on this left-hand top side. This right here is your lessons. So you click on that and it'll take you to the material. It'll be like your book, and you read the lessons. Every page, make sure you read every tab. You take good notes and take your time. That's where you're going to do the lessons. When you're ready and it talks about that you need to go do an assessment or turn in work, you're going to click on this icon that says assessments, and it'll be a list of all the assessments that you'll need to do. You may need to skip the honors assessments if you're not honors until I have a chance to go and manually remove those, but you'll be able to figure that out. There's a home page. You click on that to get back to this page we're looking at. And then this is your main menu. If you click on that, it's got other places you can go. The main place you're going to go is the grade book. So that's what I was showing you before. Occasionally you might have to do a discussion group. It's over here. But you can also get to your pace charts from this section. But it's pretty self-explanatory. You can kind of explore. The last 2 places I wanted to show you is there's your email right here, obviously. And then if you click on this here, it's a menu that's going to show you all the different classes that you have. Like these are all the classes I have right now. But those are old classes and I don't use them. Anyway, but that is it. So if you can just contact me and use the scheduler, that was the last thing I wanted to show you, to get to my appointment book. If you look at on my welcome page somewhere, it'll have something that says book appointment. You click on that, and sometimes I have it further down as well. With my announcements, I'll usually have schedule an appointment, but and then it'll take you to my calendar, and then you can just pick a time. All right, very good. I hope this is helpful, and I'll look forward to speaking with you. All right, take care.